Hello, welcome to the second class of Artificial Intelligence Research and Ethics, Lecture 2. I'm Tarik Rashid. I take you through the second class in this subject, which is mainly designed for MSc students in Artificial Intelligence. So, Introduction to Ethics in AI. The main objectives is to highlight the importance of ethical consideration in AI. We will get to know ethical issues like openness, privacy, fairness, responsibility, transparency, safety, and security. And also we're trying to give you example on Facebook's algorithm influence on elections, where ethical questions arise regarding AI's role in amplifying or silencing voices. Facebook algorithm influence on elections case study. The example of Facebook's algorithmic influence on elections refers to the way social media algorithms can impact public opinion and democratic processes by controlling what information users see. Algorithms on platforms like Facebook are designed to maximize users' engagement, often by promoting content that sparks strong emotional reactions. During elections, this can amplify certain political messages while reducing the visibility of others, influencing voters' perceptions, and possibly affecting elections outcome. So this is a kind of, there is ethical issues in this scenario. Bias algorithm may intentionally or unintentionally favor one side over another, leading to biased representation of political views. Transparency, users may not realize that the content they see is created by algorithms based on engagement rather than accuracy or fairness. Accountability, when misinformation spreads on or certain voices are silenced, it raises question about who is accountable, the social media company or the system, the AI system itself. Democracy, this influence can undermine democratic principles by skewing public perception through unbalanced or misleading information. So here we have spot the ethical dilemma activity. We have this activity to spot the ethical dilemma. A few scenarios we can throw in this class. For example, an AI job screen tool rejecting candidates based on gender patterns in training data, or a healthcare AI predicting health risks but being biased toward certain demographics. Question, what ethical issues do you identify in these examples? Well, we provide solution guide. Bias in hiring system and healthcare system can lead to unfair discrimination. These situations violate principles of fairness, openness, and respect for persons. We will conduct the ethical dilemma activity, which is designed to engage students in identifying, analyzing ethical issues within specific AI-related scenarios. In these exercises, students are typically presented with different cases or scenarios involving AI applications, and their task is to detect potential ethical issues, analyze them using ethical theories, and discuss possible scenarios. Here we have to find out in the ethics, either we go right or wrong, and we detect the right from wrongness. So activities here, we will give you the scenario, we try to identify the ethical dilemma, and we analyze the ethical theories. And we have three theories, by the way. Deontology, which is an action aligned with universal moral rules. So we follow the rules and regulation. For example, it's right to use surveillance without explicit consent. And there's also utilitarianism, which is an action to maximize overall good or happiness in this. After the consequence of the system, we try to find out maximum happiness in the action that we take. And there's also the third ethical theory, which is virtual ethics. Does the action demonstrate moral virtues such as fairness, respect, and honesty? So, and then we propose solutions and discuss all the above scenarios. So here we have a scenario AI in hiring process. Scenario: a company uses an AI to screen candidates, which unintentionally filters out women more frequently. Activity, debate, and purpose solutions. Students debate whether the AI should be updated to ensure fairness or maintain a neutral approach. Solution could include retaining on a balanced data, utilitarianism, adhering to fairness law, deontology, or evaluating the intent behind the design, virtue ethics. So here, utilitarian solution retained to ensure a diverse hiring outcome. A diverse hiring outcome, because we're trying to maximize the happiness. Whereas deontological approach ensure the AI complies with fairness regulation. So we have to follow the regulation. Okay, so the company uses AI to screen candidates, and the algorithm, or based on the data set, the rules and regulation will be followed, and then the result is that we are following the rules and regulation. Virtue ethics focus on creating an inclusive hiring process that aligns with the company's ethical character. Healthcare AI for disease prediction. Again, this is a scenario. AI predicts health issues with high accuracy and shows a lower performance for minority groups. So this is a system predicts high health issues with high accuracy, but shows a lower performance for minor groups. So activity ethical framework discussion. Deontology means that might say that the AI should still be used if it follows ethical guidelines. So we follow the ethical guidelines. Utilitarians means we might argue for further research to improve the model for all demographics, so to maximize the happiness, so that no minority groups negatively feel about the outcome. Virtual ethics advocates might push for transparency and continuous improvement. So the ontological solution follow guidelines, but document the limitation. Utilitarian means that adapt the model to be equitable for all groups so that we maximize the happiness. And virtue ethics prioritize patient-centered care, enhancing transparency and reliability. Sample scenarios, we have more scenarios. Hiring algorithm bias. Here, an AI used for hiring tends to favor certain demographic groups over others. You discuss fairness and accountability and transparency for this one. So you have an AI system used for hiring, tends to favor certain demographic groups over others. Self-driving decision-making car, an agent car, A self-driving car must make split-second decision to avoid harm, possibly at the expense of pedestrian safety. You analyze this as well, responsibility, risk, things like that. Health, data, and privacy. An AI system analyzing patient data reveals sensitive information. You examine issues around consent, privacy, and potential issues. So solution and expected outcomes. Here we have to provide solutions based on those ethical frameworks and ethical theories, 3 ethical theories. So overall, a major ethical theories that we have deontology, utilitarianism, virtue ethics. The first one follows rules and regulations, and if it limits model accuracy. The second one gets maximum positive outcomes or happiness. And the third one focuses on the character and virtue of decision makers. For example, an AI developer aims to build responsible and empathetic AI. Match the theory to the example activity. For example, we have this example that comes now. We have self-driving car and decision-making. So scenario, a self-driving car faces an unavoidable accident situation where it must choose between swerving to hit one pedestrian or staying its course and hitting multiple people. So if it goes all the way straight, it hits 3 people or 4 people or multiple people, or if it diverges or if it twists or swerving, then it hits only one person. So how you are designing a system whereby you would have those 3 ethical theories applied, okay? You have to follow one of them, for example. So theory-based decision-making divides students into groups. Now we are here to discuss this scenario. We go with the group, could be deontological group or utilitarianism group or virtue ethics group. And students should develop and discuss and argue different solutions. A hiring algorithm to screen job applicants. In this scenario, you examine the ethical implication of bias in AI algorithm used for hiring, particularly those that might favor certain demographic groups over others. This activity allows to explore the concept of fairness, accountability, and transparency in AI, especially as they relate to automated decision-making systems that impact human lives. Scenario details. Imagine a company uses AI hiring algorithm to screen job applicants. Over time, it's discovered that the algorithm tends to favor certain demographic group, okay, or gender. So the scenario raises question: fairness, accountability, and transparency. Is the hiring algorithm treating all candidates equitably? Accountability: who is responsible for the bias? Developers or the algorithm or the company or 3 of them? Transparency: how open should the company be about the algorithm's decision making? So will they take responsibility? Will they take transparency? How they show the details of the system? Ethical analysis. Here we go through these 3 ethical theories: deontology, utilitarianism, and virtue ethics. Okay, this is more follow ethical rules, the first one. The second one, maximize happiness, and then the character, the third one. So this is the second one, maximize the overall benefit. Say, for example, if a car goes straight, then it hits 3 people. If it is diverging, then it hits only 1 person. So the damage is less. So the happiness is better than, in this case. So instead of you hitting 3 people, you hit only 1 person, or you might take a twist turn, but then you might harm the passenger or passengers in the car. So it depends, all these possibilities you might have. Virtue ethics act in a way that aligns with virtue, such as fairness, honesty, and integrity. So a virtue ethics approach would focus on creating an algorithm that embodies the virtue of fairness. Developers and the company should be committed to ethical principles in hiring and seek to prevent discrimination at all costs. Challenges: translating virtues into rules for an algorithm can have vague and subjectives, and even well-intentioned developers might introduce biases or things like that. There's also social contract theory, another theory that acts according to societal standards that ensures mutual benefit, including fair and unbiased hiring practices. Self-driving car case, again, the scenario we explained it earlier. So detail of the scenario: if you swerve to avoid pedestrian, which could potentially harm the car's passengers or other pedestrians, stay on its current path, again, which may harm the pedestrian but could keep the passenger safe. So either deontology or utilitarianism, depends on the group of students how they discuss this one. Healthcare, health data and privacy case. This is another case. In this scenario, students explore the ethical concerns surrounding privacy and consent when using AI system to analyze sensitive health data. They will examine the potential risks of revealing confidential patient information and the implication of data misuse, especially in the healthcare where privacy is paramount. Scenario, here we have consent, privacy, potential misuse. Imagine a healthcare provider uses an AI system to analyze patient data to improve diagnostics and treatment recommendations. During this process, some sensitive patient information is uncovered, revealed, inadvertently, purposely here, it means, and there are concern about how this data might be used by third parties, such as insurance companies or employers. So here, consent, did patient fully understood, or did patient fully understand and agree to the extent of data use, including the possibility of AI analysis? Privacy, is the healthcare provider doing enough to protect patients' personal health information? Potential misuse, how could the sensitive data be misused if accessed by third party or unauthorized parties, or used beyond its intended purpose? So here things are vague, and there's also ethical issue here. So introducing AI ethical frameworks, objective here, we discuss major ethical frameworks that synthesize multiple ethical theories. We have frameworks, EU ethics guidelines for trustworthy AI. There are 7 key principles. We mentioned them: openness, fairness, accountability, responsibility, safety, security, openness. Again, there's also IEEE ethical aligned design, and also Asilomar AI principle, which is broad ethical guidance, especially around safety and beneficence. Well, here in this activity, choose a framework for a scenario. You are developing AI for patient diagnostic. What ethical framework from the previous slide would you choose? Solution guide. You can use EU guidelines mainly focused to ensure AI is safe, fair, and accountable. IEEE framework aligns with promoting patient well-being. Asilomar principle focus on making safe, transparent decision in high stakes applications. So here we have a scenario of patient diagnostic, and I think Asilomar will be selected because you're talking about safe, transparent decision-making applications. Group activity, again, here we are using the students so that to select the right framework. Now, this is a final slide. If you have any question, you can send me an email on that email, and stay tuned in the next class. Thank you very much.